All right, Don, we're here. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
It's that time of the year again. It's time for Call of Duty.
Yes, basically. I want to do a quick disclaimer before we start. Call of Duty always gets accused of being the same game every year. It's the same thing. But there's lots of franchises that do that. Pokemon, it never gets criticized by its community. Dynasty Warriors, it never gets criticized by its community. So I don't want you to think that when I say it was absolute garbage, that I'm incorporating that into my criticism, because I think it's absolute garbage.
See, this is where I completely disagree with you. I really liked Advanced Warfare. I reckon it is one of the better Call of Duty games of recent times. But we'll get to your grievances, Jason, because you really did not like the campaign, did you?
No. So I always feel that if you're going to have a single player in a game, I'm going to judge you on it. And particularly when you've had Modern Warfare 1, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, all really solid campaigns with more depth than you would think. I always have to judge you on your campaign. The army stuff is boring. Kevin Spacey's obvious.
Yeah, he is.
Nothing about the world seems to make sense.
No, it doesn't. But that's kind of why I like the campaign. It's a big, dumb action movie, and sure, it's not as interesting or intelligent as Modern Warfare 1, nor did it have your interesting protagonist like in Black Ops 2, but it's a big, dumb roller coaster, and I really liked it for that regard, to be able to just switch my brain off and just jump from bus top to bus top, or to just watch the explosions, the many, many explosions.
I'll pay the bus. The bus wasn't bad. For a quick time event part, the bus wasn't bad, but...
Better than hold X to pay respect, that's
right, hold X to pay respect. It's not even. But I think that's probably as far as the game itself goes, instead of making the enemies smarter, they just make them harder to kill, in the sense that they just take more bullets to kill.
There's a simple solution, play on normal.
You've got to play on hard. Yeah, the campaign was so obviously, people expect it to be, so I guess we have to do it. But the one thing I will say is the mobility options you have, the double jumps, the grapples, that kind of stuff, they seem like they would be really good fun in multiplayer, which is the part that I haven't touched.
Yes, and the multiplayer is very much enhanced by the mobility, and it's a shame that the mobility, the double jumping, the boosting, you don't really get to use that in the single player. Thankfully, you do have it in the multiplayer though, because it just adds literally a whole new dimension that you have to consider verticality in multiplayer maps as well. And aside from that, just running around and boosting, it makes the already frantic pace of Call of Duty multiplayer even more so. I had a lot of fun with the multiplayer, indeed, probably the most fun I've had since Black Ops 2. Admittedly, we're coming off of Call of Duty Ghosts, which was awful in every respect.
Well, I think that's the thing. When I saw that, I would hope that they would take advantage of the verticality because it just makes sense. It's like Dark Void. I mean, Dark Void was an okay game, but the idea of having a world where you could look up and down and it wasn't just a simple flat affair, I think they needed to capitalize that. So now that you said that, maybe I'll give it a look. Maybe I'll see if I can forgive it for all of its crimes against intelligence. But we shall see.
I still disagree with the campaign. I still really liked that aspect. I liked the multiplayer indeed, and I reckon Advanced Warfare is a great debut from Sledgehammer Games.